I got Valentines. Aww. Hey, happy Valentine's Day.
That's right.
Hey, it's okay. What's the matter with you? Are we having a thing here? Calm down. It's okay.
Look at
Come on, you got a giant balloon up there.
Look at that.
Want to see it? I'll bring it down. Okay. Okay. I don't think that helped.
No, when I first came in, it was really tense, and I gave it too much.
It's okay.
All right, honey. He's coming out of it now. Yeah. Maybe not.
Really?
Really?
You happy now? Time to go to school. Even though you staged a resistance,
The resistance.
the coup was unsuccessful. And off you go.
That's right, can't resist.
Hey, I love you. I love you. I love you. The bus is here. I love you, love you, love you. Bye, Daniel.
Off we go.
Off we go. It was so windy yesterday. Look how, I don't know if you can see all the sticks all over the snow. Henry, what are you sniffing? I am on my way over to Daniel's school now. He has PPT, and I don't know how it's gonna go. Really, I'm just kind of overwhelmed. I was supposed to have a bunch of people there and nobody's able to come. So I feel like I'm going into this by myself. So I'm just gonna wing it. I still don't even want to give myself a migraine. They've had a bunch of changes, like, in staff too over there, so who knows. But ever since I did my last, I'm gonna scream and shout and get a lawyer and everything else, things have improved for Daniel. Like, the other teachers are pitching in, etc. They still have not given him an educational assistant, nor will they probably, unless I sue. But I don't know. I gotta see how things are going. I'm gonna go to the meeting and then spend some time with him in school. I just want to, all of a sudden nobody can come, not even John. He just said he's too swamped. So it's amazing, like, goes from being really important to being like just whatever. Anyway, it's not whatever to me. I have a lot of questions about technology, about the apps that he's using, why he doesn't have speech therapy. Don't see that it's documented that he has a nurse with him, so we wanted to see that too. Ugh. Anyway, I'll let you know how it goes. I'm not sure that I can vlog while I'm in the school. They might frown upon that. I was going to record the entire meeting because the last time things that were said were then denied. But because I don't have an advocate, the attorney, my husband, or the DDS, or the nursing agency with me, I'm just gonna kind of take some information, and if I need to have another meeting, I'll request one.
I can see how you feel a little bit different than the other ones. I can feel how you see a little bit different from the rest of the world. And I know you will never talk to me, but you need to know that you'll always have the biggest place in my heart. And when you're young, I know that time is slow, but learn to be patient, because someday this difference will pay, and your time will come.
That's nice. That's a pacer walker.
I can see how it
Is this his standard?
a little
That's
bit
Dale's school standard.
different than the other ones.
Much different than his easy standard. And then he has the lift.
Different from the rest of the world. And when you're young, I know that time is slow, but learn to be patient, because someday this difference will pay, and your time will come. When you're young, I know that time is slow, but learn to be patient,
I'm free. I'm free.
because someday
I am
this
free.
difference
I am
will pay,
free. Free to be me.
and your time
This is how
will
I
come.
dance. He's so silly. What are you doing?
Well, you're watching awful close these days, aren't you?
I'm gonna move your. How do you even like do anything when he's like this?
You can't, really.
The whole thing is shaking.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that today.
People ask me,
Kind of wobbly.
how does he really moves his bed across the floor? I'm like, yeah, even with the locks on the wheels. Okay, Dale,
Well, look where he is. He's going to do full circle.
you want to go dancing? Hey, brilliant, you're gonna sink. He's up on top of the snow, watch. Henry, come on. Come on. That's it. And I'm not going out there. It's too deep. Come back here. Come on. Not going. Henry, come on. Come on. You're going to sink, honey. Come on. Yeah, seems like a good idea when you're up like that. Can't go over there. It's deeper than my boots. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on. No. Come on. Oh, he's so stubborn. No, come on. I can't go down there. Come on. Oh, the indignation. Let's go. Come on. So I hope everybody had a happy Valentine's Day. We didn't really do anything. We got treats, we got cards and balloons. My friend here is chilling with me. Hello. I have to just take Henry out. John's gonna keep an eye on Daniel. Yeah, like my kitty cat hat. I found this in the hat bin. I'm like, I like this hat. I'm gonna wear this hat. Yeah, we had Daniel's PPT today. And things are okay. I think there's some confusion with the definition of what a nurse's responsibility is in the school. Apparently, the school has a contract with the nursing agency, which this specific contract was never mentioned before in any of the other meetings. It just suddenly appeared with a paragraph. But the nurses have never seen the contract. They don't know that it exists. No one's ever defined it. Everything is kind of vague. So the IEP is going to be revised to specifically identify the role of the nursing staff in terms of his educational supports. That being said, ever since I had my psychotic meltdown in December when I found out that he wasn't being given educational assistance when he should be, the teachers have stepped up to a big degree and have been much more hands-on with him. The nurses are not, things really haven't changed that much, but they've been willing to help as long as they're not responsible ultimately for the ultimate goal and objective, if that makes sense. I feel like I was played with today. Like, they pull out this contract, you're like, oh, here it is. I don't know what your problem is. It's all spelled out right here in our contract with the agency. So I called the agency, and their contract is not the same contract that the girl showed me today in the meeting. So I don't know what they changed the words, whatever. And I didn't have a lot of fight in me today because I was by myself. I didn't have all my support. So I just said, okay, fix the IEP so that it specifically specifies the role of the nurses. We will look at it. If we accept it, we'll sign it. If we don't, we'll have another meeting, and then I'll bring people with me. He's happy. He's been healthy in school. He's been doing well there. The kids love him. Everyone's nice. Nobody's not nice. They're just playing games with me because they don't want to add staff. They don't want to do more than they have to do. Because that's how it is, you know. You have to fight tooth and nail to get him the things that he's entitled to. He's 19. He'll be out of school when he's 21. I just want him to have a good experience, to be engaged, to be happy. I went to his science class. It was boring. I mean, there really wasn't that much that was like modified to him or any of the other kids. They were watching a video and answering questions, but I'm like, if we're gonna learn about the weather, there must be some other interesting way to learn about the weather. But then again, in high school, you only have, well, you know, a certain amount of time before the bell rings, I guess, and then beep, they move on. But I've been told the other classes are better. We never made it to square dancing because I went with Judy back to the room to change him. She showed me how the Hoyer lift worked. And they waited. I picked up Thomas because he gets out of school about the same time. I told Thomas he could come home with me, and he did. And then we all came home. And here we are. Happy Valentine's Day. I don't know. I didn't like the meeting today, to be honest with you, but I felt outnumbered. I felt like they were all staring at me. I'm like, and they all have like these words, you know, oh, when he's regulated versus non-regulated, and his natural supports were in place. I'm like, what the heck are you people talking about? Regulated versus non-regulated? He's not a law. I'm like, no, he's a human being. Anyway, whatever. They try to act very superior to you and act like they, I don't know. But the bottom line is they're going to revise his IEP, and we're going to revisit it. If I'm a nurse and then I'm assigned to a child, and then I find out I'm going to school with that child, and when I get to school I'm going to do more than nursing. Not only am I going to observe the child, do their vital signs, do all the medical interventions, change them, monitor them, I'm also going to have to program an IEP, participate in class, know what the assignments are, engage in gym class or music class or whatever, hand over hand, assistance. You know, somebody should spell out that I'm also responsible for knowing what the classes entail for 8 classes in his day at the high school. But nobody ever gave the nurses any guidance, any orientation, any instruction at all. They just came to school. So yeah, that's wrong, because that's not fair to them, and it's not fair to Daniel either. Of course, they're like, oh, everything's fine. And you know, they're very condescending people. You know what I mean? I'm just looking around the room going, you people just don't understand. Like, this is my child. You're all here in your world, you know, and I go home and I get the other end of it, and I hear the what's not being done, and it's not very comforting. Whatever. If he wasn't already 19, I would have a lawyer in there and he would be outplaced to a very different type of a school program. But for him right now, with his situation, it's just nice. He's like a mile from the house, and the high school kids really like him and have really welcomed him. The kids are the best. How much is he learning? You know, we're really not really sure anyway. I mean, Daniel, sometimes he's right there, other times he's, what do they say? Sometimes he's regulated, other times he's non-regulated. Like, what does that even mean? How about sometimes he's here and sometimes he's spaced out? How about that? That's a better way of saying it, right? I don't know, whatever. He was never in regular school until this year, and I think they forget that. His entire life has been in a special needs school, so we'll get through it. No, we'll just see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, how he does tomorrow. Keeping him home because he has a pulmonary appointment at the big hospital with a new doctor, new office. So we gotta make sure we get there early, like paperwork and. It's not easy, people. It's very challenging, mentally exhausting, emotionally even worse. And all you do is have your child who you love have a quality of life that's good. Look at this. This is so awesome. All right, you. It's an uphill journey. All in all, I guess it was an okay day. I'm kind of, I didn't have time to get to work today. I thought I would go this afternoon, but after my PPT, when I came home, I had a horrific headache right over here where I hit my head. Took some aspirin and laid down for a while, and I was just like drained mentally. 2 hours there is like, because then I have to document everything that's in my head. Don't care. Okay, come on, Harry. Let's turn off Daniel's lights. It's Valentine's Day. Maybe we can find some shamrock lights or leprechaun lights. Henry went in there and laid down. Dishes are going. The laundry is going. The birds had a good Valentine's Day. The boys weren't happy about that purchase. That's the kind of thing I love. I love quirky, funny things, you know. Whatever. I'm a nut.